is my rust. And slide it on. It's pretty easy with the grease. So maybe it also wasn't tight. Holy shit. Hey guys, today I'm going to be changing the front sway bar and bushings on my MR2. SuperPro have sent me these, and so it'll be good to change, as hopefully it will improve the handling. We're going to ignore my garage because my brother's currently moving, that's why there's just lots of stuff everywhere. And we're just going to be doing the front today because to do the rear bushings I have to drop the subframe, or at least lower it. And I do not want to do that today. That is a job for the hoist. No thank you. Cool. I don't have Cristal today, unfortunately, but I'm just going to do this myself. It's a pretty easy job, especially the front. I have tied in the bolts before. I haven't actually replaced anything other than the sway bar end links. So all I need to do to change the front is to jack the car up and then just put jack stands. I will use my jack stands and undo the 4 bolts. I think there's a few more bolts as well connecting to the sway bar end links, but that's practically it. And I just want to say another thank you to SuperPro for sending me this. I've been meaning to change the sway bar on the MR2 for ages. I noticed the rust maybe 5 years ago, and I just didn't do it. So thank you so much, because now I'm finally replacing parts for my MR2. So I've just jacked the car up and it's on jack stands. I might take the wheels off just so it's easier to get to the links, the end links, so then I can unbolt them from the sway bar. And I also have to remove the undertray as well. So we're gonna do that now. Oh, it's the whole thing. Oh, so the whole thing is zip tied. So I'm just gonna cut all the zip ties. It's held in by 2 bolts. Undertray is off. Okay. Oh, I'm dirty now. Undertray is off. That's my sway bar. It has quite a bend on one of the sides in comparison to the other one. That looks pretty bad. So this is why we're changing it. So I'm first going to start by undoing the sway bar end link bolt. There is possibly an Allen key that I got to put in if it does spin, but that should be easy. It's a 17 mil, and I'm just going to undo it. Don't know if I'll be able to do it with just a spanner. I might need to. Oh no! Oh, okay. That wasn't really that tight. I just did that with my palms. Okay. So maybe it also wasn't tight. Okay, so that was pretty easy. I think it was actually quite loose, my one. And then I should be able to release it once I undo the rest of the bolts. So I'm just gonna undo the end link bolt with the 17 mil spanner. They're pretty loose, so that's not very good at all. I'll make sure I do it tight enough this time. And we're gonna go down because we're loosening. Oh, okay, this one is tighter. Oh, okay, let me grab the breaker bar. The other one was so loose. Ah, there we go. So that's probably as tight as I would have wanted the other side to be. But the other side was so loose. Nice. A little bit of a weird angle down here. Sorry everybody. This is what we're working with. Here is my rust. Looking nice. So that's the rust. Holy shit. And then as you can see, it has been welded on both sides here. This is done for extra support in MR2'S. When I first saw this, I was like, wow, it must have been in a massive crash. It probably has been in loads of massive crashes, but there you go. I can't believe that. So to remove this one, it is just a 12 mil. I'm just gonna put it on the gun just so it's a bit quicker and easier. Make sure it's loosening. So a couple years back, my car was making lots of knocking noises. These were sticking out. I think it was maybe up to where that silver is. That is quite a few threads, but it was not in at all. That's rusty in my eyes. Cool. We've got a little one in the back. So little one is in the back and the long one's in the front. Cool, nice. So same thing with this side, it's just a 12 mil. It's gonna fall. Oh, that's weird. So for this one, the short bolt was in the front, when the other one, the short bolt was in the back. So I should probably look that up. Don't give in. Okay. Okay, so yeah, long one's in the rear on that one. That's weird. So you can see the rust, which is pretty bad, and the bushings are cracking and quite hard. There is also a small bend in it. You can't really see it on camera, but it is warped on one side, which probably would have been for a lot of reasons, as well as my bolts being loose for a long time. And that is my new sway bar right next to it. Okay, I'm gonna take the bracket off so I can move it to my new one and put my new bushings on. We got sent 2 different types. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be using the bigger one. It's just based on what I already have and what bracket I also have on there, which will be this one. And also install the grease as well. And then we need to tighten it when there's weight on the wheels. Okay, cool. So this is a bit stuck. Oh, that was easy. Okay, here we have it. And then we want to make note of where this is and where it sits on the sway bar, which is right at the bend, right there. Oh my god. Oh, my shoes are covered in rust now. Okay, so we're going to install the bush. All we need to do is put some grease on the inside and then put our mount back on once we get it on. They have little cuts in them. Sometimes you have to pre-cut them. Don't have to pre-cut them on this. So I'm just going to put some grease on. We have all of this for 2 bushings. So see how much to use. I'm going to put some of the grease on the outside as well, just so it doesn't make any noise. You don't have to do this, but I'm just doing it just in case. So we have this one, and then I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on the bar as well. Just, I don't want noise. I'm sick of noisy cars because my Lexus is so noisy. So yeah. I'm going to do it like this. Is open the little cut and just slide it straight on. And then we're going to put the bracket back on. The bracket is the same, so it doesn't matter which way it goes. Cool. And slide it on. It's pretty easy with the grease. Nice. And then we put on this. Done. Okay, I'm going to install it now. It should be pretty simple. I'm just going to use some ice cream containers to hold it up, and then we're going to do a few threads in for each bolt. Let's go. How the frick am I gonna get that in? It's way too much. There's no room yet. Okay, so the sway bar is tight in. I'm just gonna do the end link mounts and then it's practically done. It was a really easy job. It's just lining it up was a little bit hard. Hurt my arms a little bit because under the car. So with the 3 settings, I'm just gonna put it in the center at the moment because it was on the softest and I don't wanna go too hard straight away. I just wanna see what this is like initially. So just screw this nut back on and then tighten it and that's it. I'm just gonna put my under tray on. Everything's tight, so it's all good. And we'll take it for a test drive, see if it makes much of a difference. We're not gonna talk about how my under trays are tight on time. I just keep signing. Alright, so I just tightened everything up with it on the ground just so it's all under load. I didn't record it because it's really low down there, so but make sure you do that because it's pretty important for suspension. I've taken it for a little bit of a drive and I can definitely already feel a difference. It's much tighter when I do like corners, but oh, there's lots of people around. And it definitely feels much stiffer, which is quite nice. I've done like, gone like this a little bit. I need to definitely take it to the national park. But thank you again to SuperPro. My car definitely needed this upgrade. I can already feel how much of a difference that it's made. And I'm so excited to put the rear bushings in. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time, hopefully with a video with Cristal. My hands are all dirty. Ooh, yummy. Oh, my band-aids, yuck. I'm not gonna show you my hands right now. Anyway, bye!